Hi everybody, CC here. I got a quick tip and trick inside of the Construct 3 video game engine on how to make those health or progress bars just a little bit more interesting. I'm going to be using the style of Diablo to do that. They've got those spheres that you can see the health or magic going up and down in. And what's really cool is in those spheres, you see the top kind of wavy, because it looks like it's a liquid inside of that, glass sphere, right? And I'm going to show how inside of Construct 3 we can do that actually pretty simply. You just need two things. You need to have a mask, and you need to know how to apply a water effect to that mask. So let's go ahead and jump into the editor and see how to do it. Okay, so first and foremost, like I said, I'm going to go the Diablo style. Every single time I'm implementing a progress bar, I always kind of cringe because it's like the least favorite thing for me to do because you do it every single game and it always feels repetitive. So this was a little bit of a breath of fresh air. This artwork you can actually grab from opengameart. I'll put a link down below. Wormheart has provided this under license CC0, so thank you, Wormheart. You can use this inside your games. You can make modifications and remix it. I've actually taken it and made a few additional assets for the tutorial I'm preparing for, so I'll share those below as well. Coming back here, now you got your artwork. We're going to show how to implement the effect of the mask going up and down. First and foremost, let me get this out of the way. This is just keeping it and making it pretty and make it look like glass. What we're going to actually be masking is this red circle here. And the mask itself, I've already created, and I've just made a black square. Doesn't really matter what it is. It just needs to be able to cover the whole circle. And you can see, as I move this up and down, it is masking the red circle. So let's talk about how we did that. But also know, I'm not going to go into how I'm moving this up and down inside of the game in the event sheet. Really, it's just moving it on the Y position up and down based off whatever attribute you care about in your game. It could be health, it could be progress, it could be anything really. I'm actually using it as a clicker button in my game, and I'll show you that once I hit play. But going back to the mask, there's just a couple things you have to do. First and foremost, what you're trying to mask and the mask itself have to be on the same layer. The mask needs to be above what you're masking in terms of Z order, so make sure that that's on top. Next, you need to go into the properties of the mask. When you come down here, you'll see underneath blend mode, you need to change that from normal to destination outs. Now, if you want to know what all those different blend modes do, take a look at the Construct 3 manual. They do a nice little quick summary of what each one does. I'll actually put a link down below, and they've got some pictures, and it'll help you understand what they do. But for this effect, you need destination outs. Now, if you were to go and do that, you'd actually see it's still not working. And that's because the layer that you have these on, you have to do something important. Go to your layer, go to the layer properties, scroll on down, and you'll find a checkbox that says force own texture. You'll see here if it's not checked, it'll just show whatever your mask is. So make sure you check it, and it should start working. Now, if that's all you've done so far, you'll just have a flat line, and that'll work, but it's a little bit more interesting to give it the effect of a liquid inside of the sphere. And in order to do that, Construct 3 has a really simple effect that you can add. If you go to the Edit Effects, go to Add New Effect, and select Water, you'll get a list of attributes that you can tailor on the left-hand side here. I went ahead and just tweaked with it until I found what I liked. I wanted it to be a little bit more subtle. I mean, you can make it like really wavy, but that probably wouldn't look that good. Feel free to use these or tweak it however you want. But you're doing it on the mask itself, not what you're masking. So once you do that, you'll be able to go and look inside of your game, throw some code in, just have it go up and down, and it will look pretty cool. I've already got the game up. Let's go ahead and see how this effect works. Like I said, for me, I'm actually currently preparing for a idle clicker tutorial, which I'll link up above once it's done, but I wanted to share this tip and trick along the way. So for me, I'm going to be spamming this button, and that is causing it to go up, and you can see, the wave on the top, and mine's, I've kept it pretty subtle because I think that looks better. And inside of your games, I mean, you can make it, however you want. But with that said, this was a lot more fun to make than a simple progress bar, and I think it makes it a little bit more of an interesting visual element. Feel free to apply the same type of effect in something other than the Diablo sphere. But anything that you can do to make those progress bars just a little bit more interesting, I think is really cool. If you have any other tips and tricks on how to do that, feel free to put it down in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I always get a nice little jolt of excitement whenever I see it come into my phone. So thank you if you subscribe, and you know what, it really makes the hobby a little bit more enjoyable when I know others are getting something out of it. So thank you for watching today, and with that, have a nice day.